got stuck, honeybee. It's just wait and see. I long for that feeling. What? Every single day going MIA. Yeah, I'm over, yeah, what more can I say? 너는 지루해, move out of the way. Just let it go, boy. 머리 bling bling, style bang bang. Bet you don't recognize me. Only love me when I'm leaving. Don't you know that it's so ironic? 'Cause I don't need you by my side. I'll be fine. 혼자가 좋아 better on my own. It's ironic. What? That you love me now when I'm not around. Ain't it funny? Ha. Say you want me back, but I'm over that. If you wanna cry, you can cry. Say you're gonna change, but I know that's a lie. Don't make me laugh. Does he love me? Yes. Does he love me? Not. I don't give a damn. $20, $100 bills. I don't want you to lie. 나는 wanna chill. That boy is a loser. He's so mad, but I still 녹아내려 mellow. 혼자 살래. I don't consent for none of that. Oh, I really like it. Oh, I'm better when you're not around. Even like a fire, it's time to burn it down. It's too late to take it back. 'Cause I don't need you by my side. I'll be fine. 혼자가 좋아 better on my own. It's ironic. What? That you love me now when I'm not around. Ain't it funny? Ha. Say you want me back, but I'm over that. If you wanna cry, you can cry. Say you're gonna change, but I know that's a lie. Don't make me laugh. Does he love me? Yes. Does he love me? Not. I don't give a damn. It's ironic. What? It's ironic.
Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show. Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show. Built to thrive, ain't just here for the ride. Don't know how I caught this stride, but since then it been live, I'm up early. Cause I ain't missing the shot when I'm worthy. I been chasing rings, they only want in the jersey, yeah. Slimmer than after the Benjamin versus unlimited. Blood in this ink, I been hemorrhaging, take me to imaging. No, they can't match with their energy, that's why I'm finna be taking the game to new levels, just peep how I'm sending it. I put the music up first and competition come last. Repetitions beat them beyond recognition. We are eons ahead, wait till the price catch up. I always knew I'd win, it's how my life set up. Slim don't fold, probably bumping some old in the whip. Game sold from the people much older out here. Keep patience in your calling, we'll reach you, but you probably prolong it if nobody can't teach you. But back to this greatness unfolding. I don't see nobody outpacing, I'm focused. Mental in shape and I ain't shaking this motion. This could make a movie on screen. When I step out there, it's seen with me gold. Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show. Hit the scene and it's all green. On go, we ain't never doing small things. Being fitted for the crown, cause we all kings. If you know you got to shine, let them people know it's time for the show.
All right. Welcome back to the JRDA 2025 World Cup. This is the track 2, Denmark versus United States in the female division. Can people hear me in the YouTube chat? If anyone is able to hear us watching on the live stream, put something in the chat just so that we know that we're live. Wonderful, that's awesome. All right, well, I am Allison.
And I'm Masquerade.
And we will be your announcers for this game. We'll go ahead and get started with some team rosters, starting with the team in black, which is Denmark. We have player 0024 Sappho, player 207 Burpee, player 30 Tiger's Eye, 357 Nosferatu, 4 Kitty, 42 Orca, 7 Storenfrida, 777 Lil Skid, and number 9 Energizer.
And for Team USA, we've got 15 out of the following 20 folks skating. 02 Bomber, 128 Mediator, 143 Qzilla, 144 Penny Rebel, 15 Sophieisty, 177 Hellcat, 187 Foxy Dash, 2008 Dusty Mars, 21 Pippa Raygun, 3 Little Miss Savage, 3377 Bee Sting, 34 Ruby Red Slapper, 39 The Flaming Diva, 412 Dandelion, 44 Felony, 64 Kid Block, 666 Mean Bean, 7 Quicksilver, 947 Seek and Destroy, and 95 Lightning McQuinn.
We've got about a minute and a half to derby here. Both teams are cheering or just done with their cheerings and getting ready with their lineups for the start of this game.
You didn't get to watch the gear checks, but that was the usual little dance of everybody tap your wrists together and touch your toe stops and pull on your helmet. It's the same as it ever was, and always amusing to see if you're used to watching adult derby where they don't do that.
A lot of love in the chat for our skaters and a lot of love in the stadium. We've got plenty of people from all around the world here cheering for our many, many teams. And the louder it gets, the closer you know we are to derby.
The crowd is excited. We've got 10 skaters on the track. But as of yet, no rolling whistle from our officials, so we're still waiting a little bit.
All right, and we're coming up at our 5-second mark. Little difficult for us to see who the jammers and blockers are from here, but we'll let you know once we get a clear look.
There's our 5-second call. And we're off.
Seems like we have Burpee jamming for Denmark, number 207. And we have number 7 jamming for the U.S.
That's Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
U.S. has lead at this point.
Some excellent blocking by Hellcat, taking on Burpee one-on-one so that her team could recycle.
And Team USA is through for 4 points. 1-4-3, drawing Burpee back again. As Team USA hits the pack for, not quite, another 4-point scoring pass. We'll do that one again, see how it goes.
Burpee going up against a pretty strong 3-wall in the back, with Qzilla getting called for a direction penalty. Burpee going up against a duo now with Bee Sting and Mean Bean, knocked to the outside line and drawn back. Meanwhile, Quicksilver fighting through with that offense being played by number 177 Hellcat against the Denmark blockers, but Denmark is holding strong.
And there's the 4 points Team USA was looking for that last pass.
Burpee has taken the star off, maybe looking to pass it to their pivot, number 4-2 Orca.
And we are seeing the signal that that has happened. So now our pivot is the one in charge. Team USA through with another 4-point pass. Coming up on the pack again. And through pretty cleanly. Oh.
And Quicksilva calls it off just as their pivot makes it off the track with what seems like an untied skate.
Oh dear. Equipment malfunctions are no one's friend.
But that was just about a 2-minute jam to open up this game.
And Jam 2 is underway.
It looks like we've got number 3-0 Tiger's Eye for Denmark. And number 3-9, the Flaming Diva with lead jam for USA.
Flaming Diva around the inside and through for 4 points.
A star pass to the Denmark pivot.
As Flaming Diva sneaks through on the inside with another 4. Denmark is through the pack.
And our new Denmark jammers seem to be number 7, Storenfrida.
And we've got a back block penalty being issued after the jam, although I'm not sure who that is for.
It was number 02 Bomber.
Ah, there we go.
So US will start this jam with 1 blocker in the box.
Five-second call.
Both teams up near the pivot line, but quickly rolling back when the whistle is blown, back up on those jammers.
USA overcomes that blocker deficit quite nicely. Mediator, number 128, has lead and is scoring.
Meanwhile, Denmark jammer number 357, Nosferatu, drawn back on the inside line and back up fighting against those US blockers.
Mediator's got a 4-wall up front here to work with. Although that was mostly number 4, Kitty. Denmark's pivot holding her back. She's through for 4 now.
Going to the box. That's number 144 and 143, Qzilla and Penny Rebel. Likely failure to perform.
We'll see if USA decides to run this jam to get the box clear. Denmark is also scoring.
Another no-pack situation leading to another U.S. skater in the box. That appears to be number 2-1, Pippa Raygun. U.S. now with 3 blockers in the box.
Team meeting in the penalty box, but 2 are returning at this point.
Bomber holding down the U.S. pack as best she can as the only U.S. player on the track for about 20 seconds.
And once again, Kitty taking the U.S. jammer to the back of the pack. All of the U.S. blockers are back on the track now, so that's nice.
And a cut track called on the Denmark jammer Nosferatu. Given that this jam is about to end, I believe that jammer will start in the box for the next jam.
Looks that way. So Team USA with a power start.
And we've got 6 points on the board for Denmark. Our first points on the board of the first points of the game for Denmark. The score is 6-2-44. We've got a power start for Team USA. And it looks like that is 2008 Dusty Mars jamming for US.
And we've got Dusty coming up the inside, running into a bunch of Danish blockers there, and clear on the inside. You can see Team USA scrambling the pack so their jammer can get through. But now they have to pay a little more attention to the other jammer as well as Denmark returns to the pack.
Apologies, folks. Seems the audio went out there for a second. It is hopefully back now.
Denmark's jammers return to the track and pass the star to their pivot.
We now have number 30 Tiger's Eye jamming for Denmark.
And Dusty Mars is continuing to run this one.
And it seems like that was a back block call on Tiger's Eye.
Team USA is through for another 4 points.
A power jam for US. We see them gearing up for some offense here.
Sweep from the inside, which
Clean
Dusty
sweep on the
takes.
inside line.
Nice job there.
And that seems like it is number 357 for Denmark going to the box for a cut track penalty.
Denmark's jammer is back on the track now. So Team USA is back playing defense. Although they did have an offensive skater up at the front to help their jammer through as well.
Another big jam for the USA with 24 points scored and 2 points in that jam for Denmark, bringing our score to 8-68.
Looks like both teams are crowding the front line for the beginning of this jam, but they don't stay there for long.
Slight pack advantage to the US, who quickly gets lead. That is number 187 Foxy Dash for the US, and jamming for Denmark, we have Burpee, number 207.
Yeah, Foxy Dash through for a clean 4 points there.
Some excellent offense by Denmark to open up a little bit of space for their jammer, and they are able to scoot out the outside line to complete their initial pass.
Now both teams on a scoring pass.
A very fast-moving pack.
And just as you say, that stops right at the top of turn 3 there.
And a nice apex jump by number 187, Foxy.
USA's lost their pivot to the penalty box.
And another apex jump by Foxy before calling off the jam.
Interestingly enough, I was on the same flight over here with Foxy Dash. There's only so many flights into Brisbane in a day, so we overlap a little bit. So Team USA will start with their pivot in the box this jam. Denmark has all 5 players on the track. Oh, that jam is not happening, actually. Just kidding.
And it seems like we had another 3 points added to the board for Denmark right before that next jam started. So bringing our score to 11-88.
Officials will figure out what they need to have happen here, and we should hopefully get back to Derby in just a moment. Seems like that was likely a scoring issue. You do have to keep that sort of thing up to date, as you only have 1 jam to correct things, according to the rules, if a mistake in scoring happens. So that's why they called that one off and readjusted at this point. Rolling whistle tells us we're back in business. And here we go.
Seems like we have number 30, Tiger's Eye, jamming for Denmark. And hopping out with lead, that is USA jammer number 7, which is Quicksilva.
And Denmark is through on initial.
A fake out with a star pass leads to a scoring pass, and it seems like Quicksilva has gotten a penalty.
Which means we will be here for a full 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, because the lead jammer went to the penalty box, which means they lose lead, which is a big scoring opportunity for Denmark, actually.
USA blockers setting up on the apex, giving Tiger's Eye the whole outside lane to work with, scoring 4 more points for Denmark.
Team Denmark taking the front.
Tiger's Eye making her way back around the track, hoping to score some more points. And a direction call on one of the USA blockers.
Pivot is back in the box, which means USA cannot pass the star right now, should they decide they wanted to. Looks like Quicksilva is okay with keeping it herself, though, and has scored another 4 points.
And Quicksilva now on her first scoring pass of this jam. We've still got 30 seconds.
Ah, yes, my mistake. Now she scored 4 points. That previous one was just getting through on initial. Again.
Tiger's Eye still fighting through the USA tripod sitting at the back of the pack there. A very slow-moving defensive wall there.
And there's our 2 minutes. That was a 12-point jam for Denmark, which is, I believe, the most points they've scored in one jam so far. Holding the USA to, 5. Looks like, yep.
Yeah, it seems like Quicksilva had gotten her penalty before completing her initial pass. So she had to recomplete her initial pass upon exiting the box.
And now we're having an official timeout. See what that results in. It does not look to be a track repair thing. The beautiful pink tape that we're dealing with here is occasionally not our friend either, but seems to be behaving okay right now. We have an American Eagle from the coaching bench has approached the center to see what's going on. Coaching onesies are always entertaining. Although I still think my favorite coach's outfit was the Barbarian Librarian in her lipstick heels and at WIFTDA playoffs a few years back.
We've got someone coming in the chat saying that, fun fact, Quicksilva is their junior coach.
Oh, nice. It's always nice to see the juniors working with each other. We don't always have to have adults in positions of leadership. The kids are able to teach each other at different levels, too.
I see another mention in the chat asking where Ruby Red Slapper is. I believe Ruby Red Slapper is not rostered for this game and will likely be rostered for other games later in the tournament.
Yeah, Team USA has more than 15 players on their roster, so they have to sit a few each game because you're only allowed 15 for an individual game. You can have up to 20 for the tournament, but you have to pick and choose for each game you play. That's not really a problem for Denmark, as they have significantly less players on their roster.
Yeah, Denmark coming to this tournament with 9 skaters. A real testament to endurance for those skaters. Derby can be a high cardio sport.
Yes. Those of us who watch adult derby may remember Dos por Cuatro and their first WIFTDA champs. I believe they arrived with 11 total and played the final in the playoff tournament that they actually won with, I think, 8 skaters. So it's totally possible, but it does change the way you approach things a little bit when you know you're not actually going to get a lot of time off the track.
Seems there's still some track maintenance going on.
Oh, I cursed it. I'm sorry.
Our very wonderful skating officials, non-skating officials, and volunteers really helping keep all of this running and going for this whole weekend.
Now that you mention it, I can tell you who those people are. Our skating officials for this game are Fighting Girlfriend, Doom, Sarge, Mr. Fox, John Ref Kennedy, Ray of Sunshine, Fouled Out, and Guinness. Our non-skating officials are Mischief Manager, Samantha Chaos, Mercy, Busta Hammy, Muggles, Al, Roller Nerdy, Addie Slam, and Leo Slayer. Addie Slam is a junior as well. We have some junior officials here too.
And excellent timing. That brings us to the end of our official timeout and back into derby play.
And we're off.
Jamming for the U.S. with lead, we have number 3-9, the Flaming Diva, with number 357, Nosferatu, out for Denmark, not too far behind. Hot on those heels.
Team USA clears the inside line for Flaming Diva. And Denmark says that seemed like a good idea. Maybe we'll try it. Team USA not buying it from the other team, however.
Some excellent recycling and a penalty call on the Denmark jammer for what appears to be a high block. So this will be a power jam for the U.S.
Flaming Diva clears that pass almost entirely backwards.
Denmark getting ready for some offense.
Pack is really stretched out here. And eventually Diva gets far enough ahead that they have to let her go.
Some good last-minute efforts by Kitty and Orca on Denmark to keep that jammer contained.
Sweep from the outside for Team USA this time. And
the Denmark jammer out of the box and through with 4 points, almost unseen.
Yep. Took advantage of the distraction to sneak up the inside.
A little less luck on that second time trying to sneak through. The jam ending shortly after with 4 more points for the U.S., making that a 20-point jam for the U.S. and a 4-point jam for Denmark.
Bringing us to 113 for Team USA, 27 for Denmark.
A mention in the chat that a lot of the Team Denmark players are on the Copenhagen Ladybugs, and that is true. We have that, I believe 7 of their 9 players are on Copenhagen Ladybugs, and 2 are on St. Pauli.
And unfortunately, Team Denmark's jammer has cut the track.
That is Burpee sitting in the box for Team Denmark, and Madiator, number 128, with lead for the U.S.
Don't know that actually, Madiator is lead because she had a no pass, no penalty on her initial pass,
yeah,
which means she did not get lead. So once again, we'll be here for 2 full minutes.
Unless, theoretically, Burpee could get out of the box and get lead.
She's not eligible for lead because she got a penalty during this jam.
Never mind, I stand corrected. Thank you. A very split pack here, called by the refs as a no pack.
We will see if penalties result from that.
And Burpee out now, scoring with 4 points.
Team USA has lost 1 blocker for a penalty related to that split pack earlier. You're not allowed to just leave it like that. You have to make an effort to fix it.
A very fast-moving pack for Burpee, who skates through the inside line.
Clear out front. Nice job. Oh. And now burpees on a power jam as the Team USA jammers headed to the penalty box.
4 more points for Burpee, who has about 15 seconds left in this jam, meaning the U.S. will start down a jammer in the next jam. Team Denmark coming up to play some offense on that outside line. Burpee taking full advantage.
Nice clear.
Mediator standing in the box for Team USA, meaning that Team Denmark will have a little under less than 10 seconds of a power start in this next jam.
And even though Mediator is starting in the box, she would be eligible to get lead if it's still available when she leaves the penalty box, because she has not committed a penalty in this upcoming jam yet, so she's still eligible. That's
we also
why
see another 12-point jam for Denmark from that one.
Nice. That is why you will see jammers in the penalty box keep their jammer star on until lead is declared. If the other team has lead, then the jammer will often take it off because they can't get lead anymore. They may as well set up for a star pass. At this point, I also saw a Denmark coach signaling for a team timeout, but that seems unnecessary since the clock was already stopped. I don't know.
Seems like we are already on an official timeout, so Denmark does not need to use their team timeout right now.
Yeah.
Which is great because in these 30-minute games, each team only gets one team timeout.
Yes.
And one official review that I believe is non-recoverable.
Yes, it's one of each, and that's all you get. Yeah.
In full-length games, if you win your official review, you earn it back and can use it again in that half, but that is not the case in these 30-minute pool games.
Rolling whistle says we're back at it. Nothing has changed as far as the jammer in the box.
And jam is on, but that Denmark jammer skating backwards is drawing the pack back further as well. Some excellent defense being played by Team US.
Mediators back on the track for Team USA. Facing a little bit of trouble from Denmark, but is now through for lead. Little skid is working hard for Denmark, but still stuck at the back. Mediator, meanwhile, is jumping the apex.
We see number 30, Tiger's Eyes, to the box, leaving Denmark down a blocker. Mediator coming in hot, but slowed down by a very strong Denmark tripod.
Nice sweep from the inside, but looks like Kitty caught Mediator on the attempt to go up the inside line there. And almost got her on the outside as well, but Mediator stuck the toe stop on the line there.
Some hopes from a power jam there by Denmark, but it seems like that Mediator was clean on those lines there, so no penalty called.
No.
That Denmark jammer, Lil Skid, fighting through that pack. Taken all the way to the line by number 3377, Beasting, who does get called on a penalty.
Team USA coach is signaling to call the jam, but Mediator has not noticed. There we go.
And there we go. A very, very long jam for both teams.
Mm-hmm. One of the neat things about the World Cup is we get to make very slight uniform alterations that you don't usually see in regular league play. One of those is that Team Denmark's pivot stripe is actually a lightning bolt. It's neat.
Lead jam given to number 2008, Dusty Mars for Team US, and a penalty assigned to number 4, Kitty, a blocker for Denmark. Ooh, taken to the outside line all the way down by those Denmark blockers.
We have two tripods holding two jammers, and smushed all together out on the outside of the track here.
A very, very tight pack.
We've lost Denmark's pivot.
And a lot of people go into the box. We started this jam with a pretty empty box, and now we're down to 5 blockers total on the track. A couple coming back in.
Suddenly this looks like a game of short track derby.
Dusty Mars making use of all of that space. And Denmark making it through on their initial pass.
That was Sappho, I believe, on their first time jamming this game.
This jam continuing, still with about 45 seconds left, and the USA is not calling it, meaning Sappho has a chance to score some points, get some points on the board here for Denmark.
Stuck on the outside, and now wedged behind a Team USA tripod.
A very, very strong wall by Denmark, being held back by number 7, Storin Frida.
Once again, Team USA's coach is signaling to call the jam. Jammer is not noticing.
Dusty Mars able to see her coach's signal as she comes back around the track, calling it off, leaving that as a 14-4 jam, as a 16-4 jam.
Sappho did score 4 points by passing everybody in Team USA's blocker wall, even though they didn't actually get out front of the blocker wall. We've got an official timeout happening. One of the updates I've noticed as an NSO is that during official timeouts, you don't actually have to do what we used to refer to as the teapot dance. It's like you're doing I'm a little teapot, putting your hands on your shoulders. You can, it's not allowed, but you don't have to anymore. Once it is clear that an official timeout is underway, you can stop doing the little dance.
Saw that ask in the chat to see if we could put the lineup at the top of the screen. We will work on it and see if we can get that information up for you guys.
Yes, that depends on the settings on the scoreboard and may not be something we can change on the fly, but you never know.
All right, at the end of our official timeout here, it seems like we have Burpee out again jamming for Denmark. And for Team USA, darting up that inside line, that seems to be number 187, Foxy.
Yeah. And clear through the inside again.
On one skate. Some offense being played by Denmark up that inside line.
Ooh. Team USA accidentally blocked the Denmark jammer into their own jammer, but Foxy's okay with it. She went around.
And an apex jump by Foxy, quickly calling off the jam.
Apparently there was some confusion as to whether or not that jam was actually over. One of the problems with having 2 tracks in the same building, we hear whistles from our game and also the other game, and sometimes it's not totally clear whose whistles were for who. Technically, the 2 tracks are using 2 different kinds of whistles, but you never know. There's
All
that nice
right.
pearl whistle starting this jam off.
Denmark jammer number 30, Tiger's Eye, trying to shoot up the inside line, but takes a bit of a tumble and is recycled to the back of the pack.
And Team USA's Quicksilver, number 7, has taken the lead.
Fighting up against number 777, Little Skid, and number 4, Kitty, but is able to dart around them, picking up 4 points for the U.S.
Quicksilver seems to be part of Team Knee Brace. There are a number of skaters in that position.
A
in this
gorgeous
tournament.
star pass.
And
Leaving
Quicksilver is
Denmark
heading
on
to
a
the box.
scoring pass.
This will also be another 2-minute jam as Quicksilva was lead.
4 points for Denmark, passed on to 4-2 Orca.
Denmark's 777 heading to the penalty box as well.
It's always fun to watch a star pass so smooth that no one on the track catches it.
Oh no, Denmark is having a team meeting in the penalty box. There goes number 30, Tiger's Eye as well.
And number 7 out from the box, Quicksilva for the USA, hoping to pick up a few more points. Nearly taken to the inside line, but able to just scooch around it without going out of bounds.
Nice toe stop work there, getting around the Denmark blockers.
Meanwhile, Orca barreling her way through that inside line. Now just stuck behind 0-2 Bomber, who takes her all the way out of the apex.
However, she did so by committing a forearm, so Bomber will be heading to the penalty box.
Orca able to take advantage of the fact that most blockers were in the penalty box at that time to get up through that inside line and score 4 more points for Denmark.
Denmark has cracked 50. We're up to 51 to Team USA's 189.
It's so amazing to see all the team spirit that we have here at the JRDA World Cup 2025. Lots of flags. We see the Denmark flags over near turn 2, the Swedish flags over near turn 4, and the jam is on.
And
Burpee
Denmark
grabbing
has
lead.
Flaming Diva is chasing fast, though. And Flaming Diva is out for 4 points.
Burpee stuck behind a tripod. Trying to fight through. Mean Bean trying to take her to the outside.
Flaming Diva through for another 4.
A very solid defensive wall by the U.S.
Burpee does retain control of this jam, though, and can call it off if they so wish. Which it seems they do.
Denmark picking up 4 points in that jam, and the U.S. picking up 12.
Fans of either USAR's rule set or bank track derby will note that in flat track derby, you stay lead jammer once you are declared lead jammer, even if the other jammer passes you. Whereas in bank track and USAR's, if you are passed, the other person is lead. And we're off.
Some
Nice
quick
slide
starting
up
up
the
the
outside.
inside line, but
Oh.
outside line, but a cut track called on number 128 Madiator, giving Denmark a power jam and an opportunity to snag lead here.
Betrayed by the toe stops up the outside line. Denmark clearing the inside.
And lead jammer to Denmark. That is number 4, Kitty.
And the Denmark fans are thrilled.
Denmark lining up on the inside line to give some offense to their jammer.
Kitty manages
Successfully
to
breaking up the U.S.
stick
wall.
the line. Oh, Madiator's back on the track.
Madiator sneaking through without some of the U.S. blockers, without some of the Denmark blockers realizing she was back on the track. A very smart call off by Denmark, leaving that as a 3-0 jam for Denmark.
I think that may be our first unanswered points for Denmark this game, sorry.
We've got less than 2 minutes left, so if this is another long jam, this may be our last jam. More likely our second to last.
Probably. And that time sneaking up the outside line worked really nicely for Team USA.
We've got our lineup at the top of the board.
And we've
We've
got
got
Dusty Mars
and
jamming.
Nosferatu for Denmark.
Dusty Mars is through for 4. Nosferatu's been recycled a little bit. And in the process, Team USA 1-4-4 heading to the box, I think for a forearm.
Yeah, I think a forearm as well. Denmark jammer taken all the way to the outside line by, I believe, number 02, Bomber. A no pack called with a quick reformation by number 0024 on Denmark, Sappho.
And that's why we didn't have a penalty, because of it. Once again, Team USA frantically signaling call. Hey, there we go.
And we've still got over 30 seconds, so we'll still have one more jam.
Yep. Looks like we've got Foxy Dash lining up to jam for Team USA. And now we have an OTO for some reason. Okay.
Some love in the chat for the Team Denmark's jerseys, which I agree look fantastic.
They are.
I didn't know the lightning bolt fact that you threw out earlier. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the World Cup teams are allowed to kind of modify things a little bit. Team Canada has a Canada flag instead of a jammer star. The Denmark's one of the few I've seen modify the pivot cover, though. Usually it's the jammer that's different. I don't know if Team Australia has different jammer covers this year or not. They have in the past, but I'm not sure. Team USA usually sticks with the regular star and stripe because stars and stripes are kind of their thing. But
no need to adjust those to match the flag.
Nope, it's already on there. At the Women's World Cup where they had Team Jewish Diaspora, they played with the Star of David on their helmet covers.
Some love coming in from the crowd. It seems like for this next jam, we will have Burpee as the jammer for Denmark. Though I can't quite read the number for the U.S. jammer coming up.
I am pretty sure that's Foxy Dash. Sounds like.
I think you may be right.
The bench is saying,
got
yeah,
some cheers
Foxy.
for Foxy
Yeah.
coming from the bench.
And we're off. And
Burpee dashing up the outside line.
We'll see if Foxy can catch up to her. Yep. Burpee was looking at the clock and got taken out, but the blocker who hit them went out too, so carrying on. No pass, no penalty.
And that
Burpee
brings us to
called
the
it
unofficial score for our game.
for looks like 2 more points on that pass for Burpee.
Our unofficial score currently sits at Denmark 64 and United States 221. We'll wait for that rolling whistle to see if that's a final score. And that rolling whistle brings us to end of game. Final score, 64 to Denmark and 221 for the United States.
That's all she wrote, folks. Looks like our skaters are getting ready to do their high fives at the end of the game. We've got a interesting costume in the crowd. The mushroom from Mario is out here. Here goes Denmark. Even the coaches in their running shoes.
Lots of love going around the track for Team Denmark.
And they're making the victory arch for Team USA.
All right, and as the USA makes their way around the track, that brings us to the end of this pool game. Our next pool game coming up on track 2 will be Sweden versus Mexico. Feel free to go find that link and tune into that stream. That game will start shortly after we clear the track and let some skaters warm up. All right, this is Allison.
Thanks very much. I've been Masquerade. We'll talk to you later.